Brandon challenges you to find your instrument
and see where it takes you.
Hi, my name is Brandon Goldberg. I just turned 9 4 days ago, and today I want to talk to you about how the piano has changed my life. I started to play the piano when I was 3, but I feel like I had music in me even before that. When I was 2, I would sing and play the guitar, performing the songs I learned in preschool for my family. I'm a bit embarrassed to say, but I also used to watch The Wiggles over and over and over again. Soon my parents realized that I was studying the music and analyzing the songs and their different instruments. Then, when I was 3 and finally tall enough to reach the keys on the piano, I started to work out the songs, figuring it all out by ear. Now, before I go any further, I want to say how lucky I was that I had a piano in my house. It was my mother's piano from when she was a child that my grandparents bought so that she could learn to appreciate music. If it weren't for that, maybe I would have never discovered my passion for the piano. My taste in music changed quickly, and I found a whole new world when I began to listen to Frank Sinatra. I would listen to all his songs and watch the old videos from his concerts. He would perform with Tony Bennett, Dean Martin, and Sammy Davis Jr., just a few of my favorites. By watching this, I was able to learn to play by ear most of the songs from that time. People say I have an old soul, but I just think that's good taste in music. Soon, my parents realized that I was learning to play all these songs by ear, so they started me in piano lessons so that I could learn to read music and learn the proper technique. But even without piano lessons, music was in me, and I believe it's in all of you. Maybe it's not the piano. Maybe it's the drums, guitar, violin, flute, or saxophone. Music is universal, and I believe we should all have a chance to find our own music. The best thing about music is it doesn't matter where you come from, what language you speak, whether you are rich or poor, anyone can understand and appreciate music. I'm not sure if you know this, but Joshua Bell, the very famous world-renowned violinist, first found his instrument by plucking rubber bands across the knobs of his dresser drawers. He created his own first instrument. Someone once asked me, "Why do you like to play the piano?" I didn't have to think long about my answer. I love to play the piano because when my fingers touch the keys, I feel like I can do anything. Some people even call me the little piano man, which I take as a very big compliment. Music can take you anywhere. Through my love of music, I was able to meet some of my biggest heroes like Tony Bennett, jazz legends Bucky Pizzarelli and Monty Alexander. He played the piano for Frank Sinatra. I even got to meet Joshua Bell. One day I hope to meet the real piano man himself, Billy Joel. So, before I go over to my instrument and play some of my favorite songs for you, I challenge all of you to find your instrument and see where it takes you. Thank you.